Life just doesn't switch to easy mode, which is why falling in love with your daily systems is the only way out in this stressful life. Because before you decide whether you like me, agree with me, disagree with me, switch this off, let me say this clearly. If at any point in this video you recognise yourself and feel that tight, sinking feeling in your chest, drop me a message with the word blueprint and I'll send you through the Become Unfuckwithable blueprint. It's the free daily system that I use myself and I use with all my private clients. Men who look successful on paper but feel stuck, inconsistent, anxious and quietly disappointed with themselves. So stay with me in this video because we're about to go deep, because what I'm about to say might ruin a comforting lie that you've been living your life via. The lie that's keeping you stuck. You believe that life is supposed to calm down at some point. You think it's going to reach a phase where things just finally click, where the pressure eases off, where you make a certain amount of money and you just feel sorted. So you tell yourself, when I earn more, I'll relax. When I'm fitter and in better shape, I'll feel confident. When this stressful phase passes, life will just feel easier. But it won't. Life just doesn't magically switch on to easy mode. It'd be beautiful if it did, but it doesn't. Not when you make more money, not when you get in shape, not when you fix that one last problem. Pressure never disappears. It just upgrades. Different problems, same weight. And the men who fall apart aren't actually the weak ones like you think. They're just the ones who never built structure before life got heavier, because life doesn't get lighter, you just get better at carrying it. And that's why you feel exhausted even though you're doing fine. So let me talk directly to you, because from the outside, you look functional, you turn up, you perform, you handle your responsibilities. People probably say, yeah, you're doing well. But inside, you're tired in a way that sleep just doesn't fix, and you don't know why. Your head never shuts up. You're constantly thinking, planning, reacting, got that tight, anxious feeling in your chest. And even on days off, you're not really off. Does that sound familiar? You wake up already feeling behind, already overwhelmed, and you don't know why. But here's exactly why. You're trying to survive chaos without structure, because everything in your life is optional. Training depends on mood. Mental work depends on the time, if you've got free time, if you feel like it. And discipline relies on motivation. That's not freedom, it's decision fatigue disguised as independence. Every unmade decision drains you. Every I'll start properly soon chips away at your self-trust, and slowly, quietly but surely, you start doubting yourself. And here's why money can't fix it, never will fix it. This part matters, so don't tune out on me. A lot of men watching this believe the next income jump, the next promotion, the next pay rise, the next big deal will solve it all. It won't. Money removes survival stress. It doesn't remove identity chaos. Because I work with men who earn more in a month than they've earned at times in a year in their life. Yet they're still dealing with the same anxiety, inconsistency, self-doubt, just higher stakes and better, more expensive distractions. So if you don't have a daily system that stabilises your nervous system, money just magnifies the cracks. It doesn't heal them. More money without structure just gives you better ways to avoid yourself. So here's the uncomfortable truth about confidence. You think you've lost your confidence, but you haven't. You just keep breaking it by your actions. Confidence doesn't just vanish randomly. It collapses every time you don't do what you said you would do. Every skipped session, every excuse you justify, every promise that you quietly let slide. Your body's keeping score, your mind's keeping score. Not of affirmations, but of patterns. So when you say to yourself, I trust myself, but your actions and your thoughts say otherwise, your nervous system doesn't believe you, so it stops backing you. That's why fake it till you make it is bullshit, and it just feels hollow whenever you do try to fake it till you make it. Because your body and your mind knows you're lying. You don't need more belief. You need to become reliable to yourself. So here's exactly why life felt so hard before I built structure. Let me be vulnerable with you for a second and go deep. I didn't nearly lose my life because I was unlucky. I nearly lost my life because I had no structure, which led me down a road of crime, addiction, debt, self-hatred, looking in the mirror and fucking hating the person looking back at me. That's where drifting took me. And from the outside, looking in, I looked functional, but inside I was destroying myself quietly. No rules, no standards, no system, just chaos, pretending to be freedom. And I told myself that I hated the world. But the truth was, the sad truth was, I just hated myself. But luckily you can change yourself, but you can't change the world. And no matter how hard I worked, I sabotaged it, used drugs and alcohol, created drama, burnt bridges, started over and over again. Because I couldn't outwork a broken self-image. You can't just hustle your way out of self-hatred. And motivation never saved me. And if anything, it made me worse. High highs, lower lows, same patterns over and over again. But here's what actually changed everything for me. What saved my life was not inspiration. It was removing choice. I stopped asking myself how I felt constantly. I stopped negotiating, stopped waiting for clarity. And I built a daily, non-negotiable system. Train the body every day. Train the mind every day. Whether I feel like it or not. No drama, no heroics, no mood-based decisions. Structure first. Everything else follows. Because once you've got the structure, it pulls everything good in. Not because life gets easier, but because you get steadier. Because I got steadier from using my system. And here's why falling in love with your systems matters way more than any goals you might set. Here's the part that most people get wrong. Goals are exciting, yes. They give you hope and get you excited. But hope without structure is dangerous. It makes you feel productive without ever actually changing anything. Because you don't need bigger goals. You need boring consistency. Because life will just keep throwing pressure at you. Unexpected bills, relationship stress, health scares, work problems. Because if your system only works on good days, then let me tell you something real. Your system doesn't work. Because you don't rise to your goals, you sink to the level of your daily actions, or rise to the level of your daily actions. And the man you become is shaped on the days that you don't post, don't train, don't feel like it, and you just tell yourself that it doesn't matter. But it does matter. It always matters. It always will matter. And here's why, quote unquote, healing alone isn't enough. Let me say something that might annoy you. Journaling alone won't save you. Meditation alone won't save you. Insight and information alone won't save you. Mental work without the physical standards turns into rumination, and physical work without mental discipline turns into avoidance. You need both. Daily physical training to regulate stress, daily mental work to rewire your identity. Together, every day, no exceptions. That's how anxiety quiets and eventually disappears. That's how confidence rebuilds. Not overnight, but it comes back permanently. So here's the choice you're avoiding, and it's the truth you've been circling around for years. Staying like this, how you are and how you have been, is a choice. Quiet, comfortable, but very expensive. No crisis doesn't mean that you're winning. It just means you're sedated and comfortable. But change isn't complicated, but it is non-negotiable. You either design your days, or your days design your life. So what I actually do, clearly, let me break it down and really make it simple for you to understand so you can take something away from this video. I help capable men who look successful on paper but feel stuck, inconsistent and frustrated to rebuild discipline, structure and self-trust through a simple daily system. That's it. No hype, no pretending, no motivational sugar rush that makes you have a come down. Just structure that carries you when life doesn't slow down. Because, let me tell you something, life doesn't slow down. So if this video is hitting hard, don't overthink it. Drop me a message with the word blueprint or comment it on this video, and I'll send you the free system that I use myself every day and I give to all my private clients. Drop me a message on social media and ask me questions if you need to, or sit with it and think about what I really said. But stop carrying on pretending that life is just fine. Because life's not going to get easier, it's going to get harder. So you've got two choices. You either get stronger or you slowly disappear inside a life that you built to survive instead of thrive. It's your move. So I'll see you in the next video, but don't bother clicking on the next video if you're not going to get a free copy of the blueprint. In the description, the Become Unfuckwithable blueprint. It's changed lives. It's changed my life and so many of my clients' lives. Numerous testimonials and client spotlights on my website. People telling their stories of how the simple daily system changed their life forever onwards. Let's fucking go.